Alright. Welcome everyone. Hopefully everything's working now. Welcome back everyone. Hello. Let's see if we're live. This is going to be a late stream tonight. We're not going to be going for that long, to be fair. Just because of how late it is. I meant to start this a lot earlier, but I had some technical difficulties with my Xbox app for my Game Pass, so I had to resettle some things out. But we are good now. I hope y'all are ready. Welcome to everybody out there. I hope y'all are enjoying. And I hope you're ready for tonight's tactical strategy and / tycoon strategy. I think to make up for tonight being so late, what we're going to do is tomorrow, as long as I don't have too much IRL stuff to do, tomorrow I'm going to do 2 episodes. Tomorrow I'm going to do this, and then we'll do Warhammer later that night if possible. Since this didn't get done as intended earlier like I wanted today, so we might postpone Warhammer till next week just for that one factor, but we'll see. It may end up I just don't do this and just do Warhammer and save this for like a weekend episode or something, or next Tuesday. We'll have to see how it goes. It also depends on how much progress we actually get done on who we get picked, if we get to pick anyone tonight. I'm actually gonna wait to see if everyone joins up tonight. If no one really joins up in tonight's stream, then I will most definitely be doing the cancel Warhammer tomorrow in favor of this, just for this week, because I wanted to give everyone a chance to pick who in what country we're going to be playing in this game. So this is going to be more of a tester episode. So if this don't go like I intend tonight, this will be War Guardians 00-1. And that will be an extra little tidbit episode to give everyone a chance to watch and, make their vote on who we're going to be playing. Pretty much all the countries are game. I don't know how many. Let me see. Here's what I'll do for this stream so everyone can see it, just in case we don't get to do it tonight. Good. It still remember my save file. So we'll be starting in 1936 instead of right in the beginning of the war. Yeah. So that's how we would do that. Let me go back. So new game 36 scenario. So alright. So I'm gonna leave everyone's. Let me get it off of him. I'm gonna leave everyone's portrait up here. I'll keep United States as the default little picture here because this is who I've been practicing with. These are all the countries we can go. These are the main factions, like the main big boys. But of course, if we click other countries, we can choose any of those countries you saw on the map at any place. So if we decided we wanted to do more one of the fringe countries and try to change history, we would have to click this and choose one of them manually. But I am oh god, I cannot talk. I am allowing everyone to vote for this because I don't want to choose this because I'll just end up being biased towards one of the specific ones. Like, it'd be interesting to kind of do Japan if it were just me picking, or I always pick Germany, so we're not going to do that one unless y'all want to do that one. It would be cool to try United Kingdom, or to go the hardest of them all. This would be this and the Soviet Union one, because their beginning part is super difficult, would be the hardest startups, the hardest playthroughs. Because France is immediately being punched by this guy, so, during 1941. So as soon as 41 gets there, you're going to be in pretty big trouble. So if you want to change history, You need to be focusing on military and getting your military out the gate and higher than his before he ever touches you. If you want to change history. So, have French win a war. And then, of course, the easiest playthrough out of everyone in this game, in my opinion. There's two, but depends on your playstyle. If you like the turtle and you want to take your time learning the mechanics of a complicated game like this, like I did, then the United States is your best choice. They're quiet, they sit there, they turtle for the entire freaking time. They won't have to fight anyone until Japan in near 1941 and 39. Actually, towards the end of 1939, when Japan starts hitting the Philippines. So, you really have no opponents as America. Your only opponent is yourself. There is a lot of internal stuff you have to combat with America. Like getting out of the Great Depression. Making sure the House and Senate vote and equally agree to whatever terms you're trying to pass in Senate. Like, this game's pretty hardcore when it's with its simulations of how countries are ran in the world during this time. I wouldn't say today, totally, but during this time of the era that was going on during this specific period. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty interesting to see how well it is for a video game. And for a strategy game on top of that. At least from the United States perspective. Since I grew up here, I know, I took art history classes and all this, and I've heard about, Teddy Roosevelt, aka Franklin, Franklin D, and all the things that happened during World War II. So, they are the easiest startup. Technically, if you want to go evil, but also not turtle. So let's say you prefer to fight from outside the gate. Like, as soon as you want to start playing the game, you want to start getting ready for combat and having fun, like, aggressing people just for the pure, the conqueror side of playthrough of strategy games. And, of course, there's the obvious choice. We're not going to click that one because, obviously, we're not, unless we choose it. There's no reason right now, But yeah, you want Germany. You want because you're gonna be fighting pretty much the whole time. Like, your fights begin around 19. I can't remember when they hit France and all. No, not France. What was that country next door they hit first? Because they also hit Denmark. They also hit we call it Norway. They hit pretty much all of them. So there's actually quite a few battles that you have to win to keep the historic playthrough as Germany. I will say they're the hardest historically to keep accurate because you really do have to keep up with the pace of the game combat wise. But as far as just if you wanted to just conquer the map, they're the easiest to get everything going with because they start with quite a lot. And then secondaries would be, of course, the easy ones for the secondaries. So for United States, you would want to go United Kingdom because you get political power and political advisor costs right out the gate, modified. Because look, you can see there's a reason why Teddy doesn't get any bonuses for his faction. It's because once you learn how the Senate thing works and how you use it to kind of actually bonus things and get research done quicker, you actually can be really overpowered. So that's why the United States doesn't get any buffs, but everyone else does. Because look, AI modifier focus on defense, so stout defender. So this means that all your AI controlled, not puppets. I guess in this game they call them puppets, but vassals. Like you would in Vassals and Stellaris, all your vassals will be catered towards defending you. Which makes sense considering the situation France ends up in. We already read there is, of course, Germany. They get political power automatically. They get desired divisions factor 20%, weekly war support automatically, and combat casualties 0.10%. And I'm pretty sure that's per casualty. So you can actually build up, keep war support kind of just trucking as long as you're fighting. And then Italy, the other secondary choice of the Axis easy playthrough, is political power 10%, maximum command power increase multiplier -10, because that means they over time, as they get bigger in political power, they never fully get large. And that's because of them being vassals technically, or hashtag puppets to this one. So, but their economy, trade, and conscription law cost is cheaper. And then this is the one that's interesting. This one automatically does this because Japan is meant to conquer part of China. So automatically, because of Emperor Showa, stability plus 60% from the beginning. Meaning we're super stable from the beginning as a country. AI modifiers are call ally desire, join ally desire. So you can basically use desires of the other factions that are with you to kind of get them into your, behind you in a fight. The warrior code. And then the main thing that they get, because they're automatically going to be at war with China pretty quickly, Imperial Sanction. China generate war goal tension limit against country plus 75%. Communist China generate war goal tension, so yeah. So all those are to put you at war with them pretty fast. And then this one's a weird one. They can be the easiest playthrough in this game, even more so than the US, because they have access to more land access, or more land access to the big part of the war. However, the beginning of their story and their playthrough and campaign, it's a civil war. Meaning, unless we skip it and go to 1939, which is if you're gonna play Soviet the easy way, don't start in 36. Because in 36 to 39 and I think to 40 almost, depends on how good you are at it, you are fighting in almost similar to US, but way more dangerous. You are fighting an inner house squabble. Meaning you're trying to keep Russia from tearing itself apart and going in different regimes. So, and if you do this correctly, you will keep Soviet Russia intact. And you will push forward against, I think it was Finland and all those over there. The Latvia, all of those, and regain all those territories. So they have it the easiest if you can survive the turmoil of their inner conflict. See, look, improve relations opinion -5%, master impact -0.1, stability -10% automatically, but their war support is a lot greater, and they do get some political gain. But if you can stabilize that stability issue, and improve the relations with the people you're actually going to fight with, because you can go two different directions with this too. With Soviet Union, you can go a more imperialistic style and this is the harder style, revitalize the imperial side of Russia, and then side with the Axis fully. Or you can do like history did and push towards I would still technically communist because it's different than what Germany is what they were as the Fash. So if you do traditional, then you'll end up going against the Axis and with the Allies. Either way, that improved relation opinion has to be fixed. And then the rest is really up to you. And there's like, I'm not kidding, like 10 to 15 other decisions that will fully impact how your Russia becomes towards the end of it. The hardest one to maintain is the Imperial version. Second hardest is the actual Soviet Russia that's in the actual history of World War II. And then the third hardest is the one that's kind of in between, That's the one where it actually breaks, and you end up just fighting internally forever until a certain time. But that's a completely break of history where no one's going after anything. If you're going to play that version, I would recommend turning off historic AI for that playthrough, so the AI doesn't behave historically. Because you'll get left behind. But yeah. Alright. I'll leave it on this for a few minutes. We're going to talk, I guess we'll talk a little bit longer here. I doubt anyone's going to be able to join up tonight. I kind of figured this might be an issue with everything the way it happened, so I am definitely going to do my plan that way. We're going to cancel Warhammer for tomorrow, since we won't be able to do both easily. I'll try to do both, see if I have time, but like I said, with my IRL stuff that I'm working on, it does make it a little harder to do 2 in 1 day streams, except for on the weekends. So, most likely it'll be Hearts of Iron tomorrow to continue this episode. I'm going to change this episode's name to 00-1, and we're going to call it War Plans. That way everyone can make a vote, and I'll let everyone know in tomorrow's stream earlier if they didn't get to. But if you do see this stream and you get to actually watch this stream, please vote in this stream before tomorrow's episode. That way you get a chance to chime in on what country we're playing and who we're going to be doing, and it'll determine everything and what we're going to experience on that map. So, and we are going to be playing historically for this playthrough, so keep that in mind, that we won't be doing any weird sub-versions, like changing United States into completely a Republic of the United States during World War II when it was Democrat at that time. Or making France the dominant faction on the map. Those are all alternate timeline things. So keep in mind, whoever we pick, we are going to be doing the historic version of each. So if we play as France, ironically, that means we have to lose. So keep that in mind when picking. Some of these have to get punched in the head for a little bit before they get a chance to come back from the ashes. So. Alrighty then. But yeah, we'll leave it on this screen so everyone can use this screen to make their choice. So your main, so one final iteration, your main choices are France, America, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Japan, Russia, or, just to show this off, if we want, we can pick any of these. If y'all would rather me play more of a fringe country that, you know, gets attacked in different ways by different people, and try to make that work and grow from the ashes, then let me know. Because you see, there's 3 parts of France. But most of this ends up getting taken by Germany because of how they attack them, so. But yeah, we can play any of these. The main ones we won't pick, but yeah, Spain, they have their own conflict for like they get split in half to 2 different factions. As you can see, half and half right here. We can play as Ireland, help the United Kingdom. We could play as Norway and try to fend off Germany, but this is another one of those. I don't know if we should pick this one. I think these might be off the table. Just because if we play these, y'all will have to tell me if you want a non-historic playthrough. Because we will break history if we do these. Because the only way to play Norway is to break history. If we don't, we get swallowed by Germany automatically. So if we wanted to play this one historically, we would have to play this one. Because they take over this one. But yeah. If you wanted to play any of those. But yeah, you see how big Russia is. But they end up in a pretty nasty scenario in the beginning. We could even pick China. They're not one of the major picks, but they're still doable. They don't fully lose all their territory, so they're playable. Yeah, there's a ton of people we could play. We could play the British Raj. Once again, this is one of those this one is ironic because we don't. This one can be historic, but there's no real point to play this one historically, just because it's so far away from the battle, other than China over here, that it doesn't. This would be another one where we'd break away from the norm. We'd actually probably ally ourselves with this, and try to push Japan out. But yeah, there's a ton of choices. This one's just called Oman. Oman. Yemen. Ethiopia, yeah. This one we would have to fight against Italy and get rid of Italy on both sides of us to guarantee Ethiopian territory. Then we would have to push up the river. Actually, we have to go around. Unless this counts to get ships through, which I doubt. We would have to go around. Or wait to see if the United Kingdom gets hit in a couple places and then push this way or that way and up to Italy. Because at some point this would all be Italy/Germany. So our goal would be to make allies with, once again, the United Kingdom in this case, and help supply their forces. But yeah, there's all kinds of choices we could end up going. You know what I just realized? Wait a minute. Oh, because isn't this Scotland right here? Doesn't show it because we're clicking countries right now. Huh. That is interesting to see that that's not connected right now because of what's going on. But okay, yeah. That's what we'll end up doing if anyone wants to make a suggestion on that and vote on this episode for tomorrow's episode. That's all I think we're going to do tonight. We're not going to do any major gameplay because it's too late. And no one will be able to really join tonight. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this little short voting episode. I want everybody to try to vote for whoever you want to play. If not, I'll have to pull the strings and vote myself and see who we go. It might be interesting to play the opposite spectrum of who I've been practicing as. Because I've been practicing as the U.S. It might be interesting to play as Japan, who's on the alternate spectrum. Because Japan will at least get some more action than the U.S. does because of their fight with China. So, it will be interesting to see how that plays out. But I hope y'all enjoyed this little voting episode. Thank you so much for joining if you did check out tonight. Oh, wait. Wendy Delise. A nice minor power to play is Portugal. If you go down the royal wedding focus tree path, Portugal can reunite with Brazil. Really? Interesting. Let me look at that real quick while we're still in the voting episode. Really? 36. Other. So yeah, here, right? That would be interesting because it would give you a huge plot of land all of a sudden. Like, you would go from being just, I'm here with Spain, just chilling, watching the Civil War of Spain go on, to all of a sudden, yes, you now have the power to invade Spain. And take this corner of, my brain, Africa and stuff. Not working today, my brain. Slow moments. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that. That actually would be a very interesting playthrough if we go a minor country. That I would like to actually do that. Survive long enough to get the royal tree done so we can get back with Brazil and then use Brazil to do what we want. What is this? Is this also Portugal? Oh, this is also Portugal. This tiny little patch. So that makes sense. And that actually would be interesting to see if, you know, when Germany and Italy kind of punch through here. If we decide, do we want to help them? Or do we want to join the Allies in our own way and hit them from the ocean on this side? Because that would be a weird attack. Like Germany and Italy having to deal with Brazil sending troops of some sort. They somehow become this massive actual power and player on the field. That would be interesting. That's a good suggestion. Thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion. So we do have at least one little bit of a nudge towards Portugal. Is that what you want to vote, Wendy? Is that you casting your vote for who we're playing tomorrow's episode? If so, I'll mark that down as one notch for Portugal at the moment. The downside is that half of the time with the royal wedding branch, a Portugal civil war starts. Even if a civil war happens, if you survive the civil war, reuniting with Brazil is easy. So, survive a civil war, finish the royal wedding tree. I'll make a note of that if we do play Portugal. That's our main goal is Portugal. Is we don't need to worry about anything else. Yes, vote for Brazil. Okay. So so that's one for Portugal to reunite with Brazil. Because I do think that would be the interesting playthrough. Like, we don't just start with Brazil. We have to earn it. That would be a good one. I like that one. Alright, so I'll put that in the notes. If we don't get any other votes, that's who we'll do for the stream. Nice. So we got one for Portugal for tonight, but yeah, for everyone watching as well, if you do catch this later, definitely vote on which country you want to see and playthrough of, and we'll see who we end up with tomorrow. And for my Warhammer fans that are watching Warhammer Total War Warhammer 3, we're not going to be doing that tomorrow unless I have extra time, since we got to do Hearts of Iron. That is a big heads up, though, just in case to all of my watchers of Warhammer. It will be back next week on normal schedule if it doesn't happen tomorrow. Alright, yeah. That's marked down. Okay. Well, I hate to end it here, but since it's getting late tonight and we won't have time to truly do any gameplay tonight like I wanted, we're going to pick this up tomorrow a lot earlier. I'm going to try to start stream around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S., United States. So whatever time that is for y'all out there, I'm going to try to be starting at that time. So that way we can get a decent playthrough in and actually make it pretty far in whatever we end up doing and who we're playing. So, I will warn anyone who votes for the U.S., if anyone does vote for the U.S. out there, be warned, in Hearts of Iron, they are kind of boring. Like in the very beginning of the playthrough, they can be very boring playthrough. Because they do nothing but sit there until 1939-41. Between 1939 and 41. Until Japan really starts kicking off things in the Philippines, they just sit there. So, I will be warned for everyone, like, if you want to see something exciting in this, like the Portugal one, that'll be more exciting. Don't vote for US. But, let's see. Portugal also starts with scattered colonies throughout the world, including Macau and China. If you conquer all of China, there is an achievement. The achievement is Macau, my day. You know what? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, well, if we can get Brazil up and running quick enough, like if we can reattach ourselves to Brazil and that place doesn't get conquered, I'm down. Like, at that point, we won't be playing fully by history anyways. Because we'll have done something that didn't happen. At least, not for the World War II anyway. So, that would be cool. That would be cool. I agree with that. That sounds pretty fun. I am liking the idea of Portugal/Brazil for tomorrow's episode. If no one else wants anyone else. So, and the more fun this game is for me, the more I enjoy it. I love all the countries in here, from the slowest to the fastest. Now that I kind of understand how this game kind of works and been playing it off camera, yeah, this game's fun. I love this game. If you're into like flashy animations and combat like Company of Heroes, you're probably not going to like this game. But if you like logistics or like managing and like really hardcore strategy games that have to do with just mid-maxing like politics, resources, unit management, and stuff like that, equipment management, resource management, I think I already said resource management, diplomacy management, and of course war management, on a very deep scale, then you definitely will like this game like I do. So, but alright, we'll definitely check that out tomorrow. If no one else votes for anything else, we'll do Portugal/Brazil. But I want to say thank you to everyone who joined tonight. A big shout out to Wendy and chat for joining in tonight. And I want to give a big shout out to my moderator, Farseer. If you get to see this later on, I know this is way past everyone's bedtime, lol. Since I messed up tonight's schedule. I also want to give a big shout out to Jazeech, my streaming friend, James. Check his channel out, show him some love. He's a cool dude. And also a big shout out to also Tam King and everyone else watching. Thank y'all so much. Sorry for such a short episode tonight. Like I said, if you do see this, please cast your vote either in the comments below this video or in the Discord in the description below the video, because my Discord link is in the description if y'all want to join it ever. Everyone is welcome. Or if you know me on PSN, just send me a message on PSN with your vote, and I will cast it that way as well. However y'all get it to me, just however you want, just let me know, and we'll get to it. I want to say thank y'all so much again. Peace and love to all you out there. Have a good morning or good evening, wherever you may be. And until the next episode tomorrow, I wish you all a good one, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Bye.